WWE Rumor Roundup, massive update on Hulk Hogan's health issues. Top Raw faction to get a new member the 20th of June. 2025. Welcome to the June 20th edition of the WWE Rumor Roundup, where we bring you the hottest news and scoops from the world of the sports entertainment juggernaut. Today, we even have one major bit of news about an ex-WWE star who suffered an unfortunate injury after performing The Undertaker's move. Apart from that, there's huge news about an additional member to a Top Raw faction, a crucial Liv Morgan injury update, as well as massive news on Hulk Hogan's health following rumors that family members were saying goodbye to him in the hospital. Let's get right into it. The last time wrestling fans saw Hulk Hogan on television was on the Raw on Netflix premiere on January 6th earlier this year. As we know, this turned out to be a disastrous appearance for Hogan PR-wise, as he was unanimously booed by the Los Angeles crowd. However, there was some dark news as Bubba the Love Sponge, a radio personality, claimed that Hulk Hogan was in bad condition and that family members were saying goodbye to him. TMZ refuted this story. Now, a crucial update on Fightful Select revealed that while Hogan was indeed suffering from difficulties with a cervical surgery, it isn't anywhere as bad as Bubba the Love Sponge claimed. That's certainly great news to hear, and we wish Hogan a speedy recovery. Seth Rollins has been leading the charge on Monday Night Raw ever since his victory under shocking circumstances at WrestleMania 41. 2 nights later, Braun Breaker joined the mix, and at Saturday night's main event, Big Bronson Reed made an unexpected return, an even more unexpected decision to join his biggest rival in 2024. While it might seem like the lineup is complete, WWE might still have another major card up their sleeve. According to a report from Bodyslam.net, there were internal discussions to have another member added to Seth Rollins' group on Raw. If so, this will be a massive moment and will undoubtedly make them the #1 faction in all of WWE, especially now that the Bloodline has essentially disbanded. You might remember when Elias made WWE stand for Walk with Elias. He now goes by the name of Elijah, and he suffered an unfortunate injury upon his return to his old home, NXT. According to Brian Alvarez of F4Online, the current TNA superstar Elijah suffered an injury when working in NXT. During his 6-man tag team match, he attempted The Undertaker's iconic move, Old School, only to land awkwardly. This reportedly resulted in an injury. It's unfortunate as he was gaining some momentum in TNA, and he had the opportunity to return to his previous employer. We can only hope that it was a minor injury, as no details have emerged about how bad it was or how long he could be out. For Liv Morgan suffered an unfortunate injury on the 16th of June episode of Raw, when she landed awkwardly on her elbow during her match against Kairi Sane. She was also confronted by Women's World Champion Io Sky, seemingly teasing a future Women's World title match, but now that she is injured, things look like they are worse than originally imagined. In the initial report on WrestleVotes Radio on WrestleBing, Joey Votes and TC stated that Morgan is expected to be out for 6 months, and that those within WWE hoped that she wouldn't require surgery. Those hopes have been thwarted as surgery seems inevitable. A report on Fightful Select revealed that any estimations of how long Liv Morgan will be out for is currently based on guesswork. However, they confirmed the WrestleVotes report that there are massive creative plans being changed as Liv Morgan was directly factored into a lot of it. WWE legend makes bold Blake Monroe prediction after NXT rival Blake Monroe made her WWE debut earlier this month for the NXT brand as the company continued its tier of free agent signings, shaking up the pro wrestling landscape. Monroe, who was formerly known as Mariah May, made a name for herself in stardom and was a women's champion at All Elite Wrestling, and ended her time there after an epic feud with Toni Storm. Now, she has her sights on NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne and the rest of the Fatal Influence faction, hoping to add another accolade to her already impressive resume. Blake Monroe makes her way to the ring during NXT at the WWE Performance Center on June 17, 2025 in Orlando, Florida. Andrea Kellaway, WWE via Getty Images. Pro wrestling legend Bubba Ray Dudley told Fox News Digital in a recent interview that Monroe maximized her potential in her previous role, and that coming to WWE was the right move. Blake Monroe has caught my intention over the last couple of years. For the body of work she was involved with in another company, he said. She did a phenomenal job and maxed out her potential there. I don't think Blake Monroe could have gotten better at where she was. I don't think there was enough talent that was better than her for her to work up to. I don't know if there was enough minds that could have worked with Blake Monroe to have her be the sports entertainer she could be. I didn't use the word pro wrestler, I used sports entertainer. Because when you look at Blake Monroe's body of work the last couple of years, it's more sports entertainer than pro wrestler to me, and at the end of the day it's world wrestling entertainment. Dudley expressed optimism that Monroe would be a big star in WWE moving forward. The Philadelphia street fight between Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus The Final Testament has Bubba Ray Dudley as a special referee during WrestleMania XL Sunday at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia on April 7, 2024. Joe Camprioli, USA Today Sports. So, I think Blake Monroe coming into NXT was a very smart move on her behalf. Working with all this new talent, I believe working with Shawn Michaels and working with all the talented creative people he has under him and the producers, he said, Blake is truly going to shine in the system. And I think she will go on and be a big star in the WWE. Monroe had her contract signing on NXT this past Tuesday and told the audience that her dream was to always come to WWE, something she has posted about on social media continuously. As she began her pro wrestling journey, Blake Monroe makes her arrival during NXT at the WWE Performance Center on June 3, 2025 in Orlando, Florida. Andrea Kellaway, WWE via Getty Images. It is unclear